Hello dear students, welcome to the online education of class 7 science. So dear students, in the previous class we were discussing about how do we breathe. So we have discussed the passage through which the air passes into our lungs, such as from nostrils to nasal cavity to lungs the air enters. So later on this cavity is surrounded by a rib cage, ribs and on the sides, and the movement of the breathing process is totally involved by the movement of the diaphragm and ribs. Okay, and how the ribs and diaphragm move upwards and downwards in inhalation as well as exhalation that we have discussed. And in today's class let us discuss about the how the breathing process takes place with the help of diagram. Okay, so we have to take a deep breath. Okay, so keep a palm on our abdomen so that we can feel the movement of the abdomen. So what we find is the abdomen shows the kind of movement whenever we inhale and exhale the air. Okay, means diaphragm moves down, moves up, rib cage, ribs move upwards when inhalation is taken place and air is filled inside, and when the exhalation process is taken out, the ribs come downwards and inwards and the air is pushed out. So this is how the movement takes place. Okay, so after that we have learnt all these things. During the breathing there are changes in the size of the chest cavity also. The size in the chest cavity also changes. Okay, so children, they get involved in the chest expansion competition. So usually in kind of explain some competitions, or see more probable it is more observed in the any selection process. Okay, in the police exam selection and army selection, see, chest expansion competition will be held, means so they must have a proper like that. Okay, so this is what the chest expansion competition, even it can be held for the children, so they just enjoy it. Okay, so everyone, they are thinking about how they can expand their chest cavity so maximum level. Okay, so this activity may give you some kind of fun. Okay, so here we must observe that the smoking damages the lungs. See, we know that lungs are the main organs for the respiration. That is why the smoking usually damages the lungs. So smoking is also linked to the cancer, so it must be avoided, or else our lungs get damaged and immediately the person goes down. Okay, so now let's go to the diagram. See, look at it. First you can see the nasal passage, okay, through in the oral cavity. Second one, next it is pharynx, third organ. So next it is trachea. Okay, from trachea it enters lungs. See, left lungs as well as right lung. So just above the lung you can see the ribs, they move upwards and downwards, and down you can see the diaphragm. Okay, yes, this is what the diagram of human respiratory system. So the air around us have various types of unwanted particles. Okay, so such as smoke, dust, and other pollen grains and other things. Okay, so when we inhale, the particles of these all some unwanted particles, they get trapped in the air present inside our nasal cavity. Okay, so however, sometimes these particles may by miss, they may get stuck into our nasal cavity also. Okay, so then they start irritating the lining, inner lining of the nasal cavity. As a result, what happens here, we sneeze immediately. See, sometimes you feel that we directly sneeze. This is because what, the unwanted particles, they get stuck into the hairs of the our nasal cavity, and as a result we sneeze. Okay, so sneezing is the process through which we can expel those all the foreign particles, means unwanted particles from the inhaled air that is present inside the nasal cavity. Even the, and we can make the passage free, dust free, clean, and free air enters, clean and free air enters into our body. But you must take care that whenever you sneeze, you should cover your nose properly so that the all the unwanted particles, they are expelled out of your body. Okay, they should not be inhaled by some other persons because they are unwanted things. Okay, so this is what the take care you have to care you have to take. So I hope you have understood this concept, and also you need to draw this diagram neatly and label the parts properly, because this is very important part of this lesson. That's why you have to remember this respiratory system and its parts and diagram. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.